Hello there. I want to show you a tutorial today. This is our beauty tip Saturday on lips. And I know we're wearing masks right now and you might be thinking, oh, I don't really want to do anything with lips because you can't see them anyways. But I will tell you that there's some prep stuff that you can do to make sure that you have nice and soft and not those cracked and dry lips. That's number one. And number two, there's actually some things that you can put on that's lipstick in color that won't come off on a mask. So I just wanted to take care of all of those different ways of taking care of your lips. Now, do know we're on Zoom a lot, so I have to definitely always wear lipstick. I don't not wear lipstick anymore, but there's definitely some ways of just putting a little bit of color just so that you know it's there, or it keeps your lips protected. So I did put a little bit of lipstick on just to show you that at night when I take off my eye makeup, right? We have the oil-free eye makeup remover. This is really great to take off lipstick as well. So you basically would shake this and put a little bit on a cotton round. And you basically can just take off your lipstick. Super easy, comes off really good. In fact, when we do demonstrations, when we get back to doing face-to-face, which will happen soon, it's definitely closer than further away. But when we do applications and trying different lipsticks, we do use the oil-free eye makeup remover, because when you try to take it off with a tissue and you rub your lips too much, they turn red. And then when you're going to put on the different samples, you wouldn't get the right color because your lips would be red. All right, I'm going to show you our satin lips set. Now, these right now are like a really big item. In fact, I think that the scrub right now is has a little bit of a delay in ordering, but most consultants have them in stock, so that won't be a problem. But we have a sugar scrub, and then we have a lip balm. Now, the sugar scrub can be done 1 to 3 times a week, really depending on how your lips are. The balm can be used as needed. So I use it every single night, keeps my lips really moist, and then during the day I have something on my lips all the time. So I don't really need to ever reapply this. If you don't really wear any kind of lipstick, but you really like to have your lips moist, this is awesome. Lip balm will hydrate all the way down to the deep layers of the skin. So chapstick, if you're a chapstick junkie, what happens is that is just a petroleum jelly. And so it's like just sitting on the surface of your lips. It will never penetrate. So that's why you get addicted to it, where you have to keep putting it on because it's only staying on the surface, where this will actually penetrate and hydrate the lips. So let me show you how to use this scrub. You take a little tiny bit, and it's such a tiny little bit that you need, like only around that much. And what you'll do is circular motions on your lips. And it's okay to go right outside the lips. It doesn't have to just be right on your lips. It smells really good. It smells like Fruit Loops. And you're just going to kind of swirl it around a little bit. And this is a sugar scrub, so you're going to feel the grittiness to it. Now, you certainly can just, do this and take it right off, or you could just let it sit on your lips for a few minutes. That's totally fine. But that kind of feels really good. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of water and just wipe it off. Super easy. You want to make sure that you get all of the little scrubbies off. And just leaves them feeling so smooth. Definitely awesome. A couple little marks there. Perfect. Okay. Soon as you do your lip scrub, you always want to put a little bit of lip balm. Even if you're about to do lipstick, I still put a little bit on just to kind of get it hydrated and kind of sit for a second. And then you can actually wipe off the extra and go ahead and do the whatever other things you're going to do. So let me share the different lipsticks that we have. So if you're like super dry all the time with your lips, no matter what, even if you're using something to moisten them, then you're going to like our Dimensions, the lip stick that's called True Dimensions. And by the way, if you do ever get them, this is actually how you open it. You stick your finger in there, it pops it right out. I always forget to tell people, this particular lipstick is our creamiest lipstick. So this is going to really hydrate. So if you have super dry lips, then this formula will be really great for you, because when you put it on, you'll feel the creaminess of it, and it will keep your lips moist. Then the next thing we have is our semi-matte lipstick. Now the semi-matte, what that means is it's going to stay on a little bit better, and and doesn't come off as easily. Now, if you're really dry and this soaks right in, you really won't have, it really won't come off. But like I'm on the oily side, so when I use this, it doesn't have the same wear as if I'm using the matte or the semi-gel matte. This here is our semi-matte lipstick. So they're definitely on the drier side when you put them on. And as soon as you put them on, once, you know, like maybe within 5 minutes, you pretty much can do this and either nothing comes off or just about nothing comes off, depending on how heavy you put on the application. I am going to definitely demonstrate this one today, but I want to tell you that we also have a gel semi shine, it's called. And so this one has a little bit of a glitter to it, a little bit more of a sheen. It's still a matte, so that it does have a long wearing effect. But these really are awesome. You can tell I love this one. This is Appleberry, which is a really great color. So this also will stay on and not too drying at all. And then, of course, we have our lip glosses. Now, this is a brand new formula that just came out now. They are phenomenal. So we have those that are matte. We have those that, you know, and they're all very, very shiny. So let me see what they're called so I can tell you exactly the different types. We have cream, you have pearl, and then you have the luminous. So it's going to be very shiny, or it's going to have a little bit of a glitter frosty kind of feel to it, or it's going to be very creamy. So this one is one that I'm going to demonstrate, but I want to show you the tip of it because it's a little different than what we've had in the past. If you can look, that it has kind of like a little curve to it. And when you go to put it on, the tip is actually pretty flexible. So it almost feels like the tip is going to fall off, but it has just the right amount of lip gloss on it so that it goes really easily, glides very easily right onto your lips. So that is really a great product, and you can use it by itself, or you can put it on over things. I'm going to show you how I layer all of the lip liner and the lipstick and the lip gloss. And once that dries, it really gives me a really long lasting wear. We do have lip liners. The most popular one is medium nude because this is a one that can really match your lips. You don't necessarily have to, you know, match your lips, but some people have a little bit of a redder undertone in their skin tone on their lips. So they kind of want to, you know, tone that down a little bit. So using the light nude, medium nude would work with that. We have berry, we have red, we have a peachy color. So there's all different ones. So today I'm going to actually use the berry. So now I've had this on my lips. So I'm just going to kind of take off a little bit of the excess of the lip balm. Okay. And most of the time, like if you're putting on your makeup and stuff and you just put a little bit on, it's going to feel like it's not on anymore. All right, so what I do to prep my lips is I use first the Time Wise Lip Primer. This is an age-fighting lip primer. This is really wonderful, especially those of us that have a little bit more extra lines around our mouth. And this is a product that you would put right onto your lips like this. You can go right outside the line as well. It feels really good when you put it on. And this is going to help to keep the lipstick, lip liner, lipstick, whatever you're putting on your lips. It helps to hold on to it. Another really great thing is it helps to reduce the fine lines around the mouth. And it also prevents the lipstick from bleeding or feathering. And so what that means is that sometimes the lipstick color starts to run into the wrinkles that go from your lips onto your upper lip or on your bottom here. So this is a really great way to keep it on. So I put it on and I wait a little bit. You can kind of feel it's like almost like a dry, waxy kind of a feel, but like right now it feels like it's totally on. All right. Then I'm going to take my lip liner. Now there's two things to do with lip liner. One is just literally line your lips and that's it. I like to fill my lips in a little bit. And the reason I do that is because when I fill the lips in a little bit, when I go to put the lipstick and then the lip gloss on, I just feel like it gives me much more staying power. Because if you just do the outside of your lips and you put on the lipstick and the lipstick starts to fade a little bit, especially if you eat or something like that, the liner becomes a little bit too intense. So it looks like you just have your lips lined. And I know like back in the 80s, that was like a big deal to have dark liner on the outside and the lighter, and that's just not in anymore. All right. So when you're taking your liner, what you're going to do in our liners, I want you to see that on the top here, there's a little thing top that comes off. And this is called a sharpener. It's a pointer. It's really not a sharpener. So it doesn't sharpen it. It actually just makes it a very pointy. So what you would do, a little pointy tip, you would just kind of go back and forth, and it almost like just shaves it a little bit to make it a little bit more of a tip. All right. So I start with always doing a little bit on my little V here. So I do a little V, just doing that. Very easy. And then on the bottom here, a little bit of a V. And then I'm following right along on my lips on the line. Now, if you have a very thin upper lip and a thicker lower lip, then on the bottom you would do just inside the line, and on the top you would do just outside the line. And especially using this, you definitely can be sure that it's going to stay on, but that will make your lips a little bit more even. So now I'm going to go right to the corners. It's a very light stroke or very lightly done. And then I'm just going to fill in a little bit. You kind of see I'm just touching and dabbing just a little bit everywhere. It's kind of hard to talk while you're putting on lip liner. All right. So this definitely feels very dry on and like it's going to stay put, which is what I want. Next, I'm going to do this is called Famous Berry. Oh my gosh, my favorite color. It's a wine color. I have blue on today, so that means that I'm wearing cools. So I'm going to go with cool colors like pinks and wine colors. When you do your lipstick, if you want a really heavy coat, then I would suggest that you do 2 medium ones rather than 1 big heavy one, because when you do 1 big heavy one, it kind of just feels different when it's on than when you dab it. So for example, a light coat would be this, just where you're dabbing and getting a little bit everywhere. And there's definitely some colors that I do this with because they're so dark, like my reds. This one, because I have the other products on, really will come out. Again, this feels like it's totally matte, and it's drying, but it doesn't feel like my lips are going to fall off. It just feels like it stays in place. Now, if I wanted to go a little heavier, then what I would do is kind of do this little V part again, right to the end, right to the end. And then on the bottom, start and just kind of go back and forth. And did you know that the way that you shape your lipsticks actually tells something about your personalities? I'll try to see if I can find that little guide, because it's kind of funny how that works. All right, so right now I feel, and this actually will show you how it pretty much stays on. Very little is on here, and it's still on the wet side. If you want lips that are going to stay in place, that's what you would do. The H-Fighting lip primer, a lip liner, and a lipstick, and it will stay in place. If you want a little bit more moisture, and I like a little bit more moisture, but adding a little bit of the lip gloss will, once that lip gloss dries, it's going to give me the same effect. It's not going to come right off. So again, you see that very, like it is like a tinge. This is a really great behind the mask kind of a wear. All right, if I were to add some lip gloss, now some people might want to do just a little bit in this pout area here of one of our pearl colors, because that will actually make your lips a little bit more puckered up, and the matte is going to make them look a little bit smaller. So if you have really big lips, then the matte is a little bit better. And this, I'm just going to do it literally a little touch here. I love the way that goes on. And then on the top, just a little bit as well. Okay. So when you do this, now you can see my shine. To me now, this feels really good because I feel like it's creamy. I don't feel like it's very, sticky at all. Our lip glosses now are not sticky at all, but it gives me a really good feel. After I've put lipstick on, I always do this. And the reason I do that is because what's on my finger now, that's what actually would get on your teeth. So it's a really great way of doing that. And this would be a really easy look I know I've done a lot of things to my lips. You wouldn't necessarily do the satin lips right before you do lipstick, unless that's how, it works out in your schedule. But this is a really great way of taking care of your lips. If you want something natural, then you maybe just go with something like a Unique Mauve lip gloss, which is really color of your lips already. It's a very soft, neutral look. You can tell that there's something on, and sometimes just doing that, or like I said, taking a lipstick and just doing a dab of color. So I love all of our lipsticks. I love all of our lip products. So I wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions, just post them down here, and definitely check in to see what the special for these lip products are, because we're doing this beauty tip. So thanks so much for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye.